coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Jackson. Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Great. Zebra. Come on. Hey, silver.
Now Foles. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Clayton Gathers makes the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Tiger. Hey, silver.
Here's Foles. Forced out to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Foles. Completes it to Lee. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wrong.
On second down, here's Love. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. John Simon in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And down he'll go at the 25. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Third and 2, Luck. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Now Mack. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Jake Ryan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Luck. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Jaguars. Chris Conley, 78 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Conley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Locke. And he connects with Ebron. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. And Luck opting not to run a play. He's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a first down throw. Luck throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down. Luck throwing again. And now he'll tuck it and run. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it's helped his legs along the way as well.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Luck on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Room here to run. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught at the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Back to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. This one complete to Devin Funchess. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing his lock. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Great.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll drop to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to get it running right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Colts coming out now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Luck. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Jake Ryan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Luck. Ebron caught left side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st down, it's Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. The final shot before the break. Luck going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are
under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, Silver, Silver, Silver.
Again, it's Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Foles. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Lambeau to add on the extra point. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Whoa! Let's get it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Naeem Hines. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. From the 50, it's Love. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Locke. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Foles being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Margus Hunt forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
13. Tiger. Flat.
Here's Foles. He's got the hook up to Lee. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tiger.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Tonight, 180.
They'll set up a throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Foles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
180. Under. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go. Tempo.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Here we go.
Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Margus Hunt in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
3rd and 2, Luck. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run with Mack. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. It's Luck. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Luck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game, where gets hit and the ball is loose. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
We got three. Three down. Hey, fellas, we got three. Let's go. Hey, easy. Gun. Alert, 40. Easy. Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Woskey627's.
From the gun, here's Luck. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
1-1-1. Great. Great.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They run it here. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Here's Luck. Fighting through. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Jags, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.